lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Shout out D on the track, Paint Music Media. Shout out DJ Lee Productions, and I'm Al Care. But if you a game changer, got my head up, my grind on high, win, lose, or drought, I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane, my God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer, 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 I'm a game changer. I'm full court press, I pledge allegiance to the best. Ain't nothing left to give it that reverence that the Father gets. So every day I work the sweat, can get the flesh another rest. They say go hard or go home, I say just do whatever's best. It's evident I'm blessed and I work like it. Fight like a Viking, fight like a lichen. The difference is I like it, so I shine like I'm lightning. So I'm going head to head with certain depth. Who you liking? Yeah. So it's time for coach to put me in. I'm strapping on my shoulder pads, lacing up my cleats, and then I'm gone with the wind. Like I'm gone in 60 seconds. You can't hold me, you can't check me. Check the memo, check the message running through. Like I'm bad as I'm trucking.
Well, hello. How's everybody doing today? This is Charles McCutchen. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. Welcome. Today, welcome to Charles's Corner. I'm going to hit y'all over the head with some things that I think everybody that's going to listen to this today and in the future needs to understand and needs to sink their teeth into. I've been scouring the country for a lot of this information. I'm involved in a lot of this with different organizations other than just me, myself, going out to get a lot of the information. This is stuff that's happening like right now that we as a people need to go to the events, go to the meetings, go to City Hall and find the information because this is where we need to be. I'm going to touch on all of them right quick and then I'm going to go back and break them down. I'm going to break it down how you need to go find it. Then I'm going to break it down to say what I'm doing in that endeavor. So it's just information for some. So one of the things I'm going to discuss is government contracts. And I know y'all heard me talk about that before. I'm going to discuss nonprofits. I have some more information for them government contracts. I'm going to discuss nonprofits, opportunity zones, business credit. Business credit's never going away until they change the rules. I'm going to discuss real estate from residential to commercial. It doesn't matter. It's all the same to me. Assisted living, cannabis. I got a few more. I may touch on it if I have time. And I'm just going to get straight to the point so then people can have a better understanding. So with these government contracts that's out there, a lot of people I see are looking for funding, looking for money. The biggest part of money that's out there right now is federal money to the tune of over $500 billion, and that's with a B. $500 billion, probably $600-700 billion, but I know it's over $500 billion. And what I know is women have about $1 billion left on the table because they're not putting in contracts to get some of these contracts. So there's $1 billion left on the table. Don't ask me where that money goes back to, but that's just money that somebody can have access to. The other thing is this. There are a lot of government contracts out there. I just saw one the other day working with homeless veterans. They have them all over the country. They come out sporadically. They're called RFPs. They're really contracts, but they're called requests for proposals. And when the government puts out a request for proposal, what they're asking for is help. they'll put out, and I'm just going to use this as an example, they'll put out a request for proposal for an entity. You don't have to be a nonprofit. They'll put it out for an entity that have 9 to 20 beds. And I'm going to give y'all an example of this and how it looks. So let's imagine you have 10 beds right now, and they put that RFP out. And so you submit a proposal and saying, hey, I can fulfill that need that y'all need 10 beds. So they allow you to fulfill that need. You get the 10 veterans in. The government will pay you $110 per person, per veteran, per day. I'll say that one more time. The government will pay you through the contract $110 per veteran per day. That equals out to about $33,000 for the month times 12. You do the math. So out of $33,000 a month after expenses, you probably have about $15,000 to the good. So whatever you do with that $15,000 is what you do with that $15,000. But look at the greater good of helping homeless veterans. That's just one contract. Another contract out there, and this is like these contracts are 3 to 5 years. So imagine you're getting $33,000 per month times 12 times 5 years, because that's the contract I'm looking at right now. Times 5 years. I mean, you do the math. So the numbers are out there. The information is out there. It's a lot of people not getting the right information and moving on it. And a lot of people want to be spoon-fed when it's like, you got to go research this stuff. They'll do just like everybody else, sitting in them classes that nobody want to sit in, just like myself. I sit in all these classes. I go to all these events. I travel to do all this stuff, meeting with the Small Business Administration and everybody else. And it's not fun. I'm going to tell you that. But, you know, if you want to get in and on the contract and have a better understanding of what you need to do, you got to do what you have to do. So I'm going to leave it at that. The other piece of the puzzle is there's a government contract out there that, you know, one of them is to help house homeless veterans. Another one is if you know anybody who's doing janitorial type work or they're cleaning houses and stuff like that, those folks you put in a government contract, the average contract is $416,000. $416,000 is the average contract for one of those type of contracts. And then you have people that's cleaning houses for $33, you know, for one room or something like that. It's like, family, we have got to get certified. There's a lot of different certifications. There's different certifications per state. I know in the state of Virginia, you have the SWAM. You have a thing called, I'm going to just give y'all acronyms. You have the Veteran-Owned Business Administration. You have the Service-Disabled Veteran-Owned Business Administration. You have the micro certifications. You have it's so many different certifications. You just get in there and figure out where you are and what you need to do. And so it starts with, I mean, you can just type it in online and do a search, or go to the Small Business Administration, or go to there's a thing called PTAC, PTAC. That's Papai, Tango, Alpha, Charlie. Look up that, ptac.org. Look that one up. They have free services out there, but a lot of people don't go to the events. I mean, I don't want to go, but I do. I'm just telling y'all, you know, we got to get up and go get this information. It's out there for the mass. So those are two different things I just gave y'all. The other thing is nonprofit. Oh my gosh. So on another end, I'm going to use nonprofits and I'm going to use homeless veterans because I work with homeless veterans. So with the nonprofit, you can get grants out there, and there's grants out there that help homeless veterans. I'm actually working on a 97-unit hotel out in Oklahoma where we're going to have vets out there. We're working with HUD, that's Housing and Urban Development. There's a couple other agencies that's on board. There's local businesses that's on board. We're working to get that up and going, getting everything done with that. You have grants out there that'll pay $69 per day per veteran. That's about $20,000 a month coming into the household, into the asset, whatever. Like if you had, let's just use the same number. If you had 10 veterans you're helping out, it's about $20,000 coming into there. After expenses, you know, that's about $10,000. Just make it, you know, whatever a establishment you get them, for the ones that I'm working with, they're going to have, they're definitely going to have like a chef. They're going to have, people to come in and help clean up and things like that. But you have other services outside of that facility that's going to come in and help them. Maybe it may be substance abuse. It may be PTSD. So you get those people to come in and to help out. You got job placement that comes in. So that's a part of, I'm just giving y'all one aspect of having a nonprofit. There's so many different agencies that want to help out, but a lot of people don't go through the right process. Some people say they have a nonprofit, but they haven't went through the IRS and got the stamp or the seal of approval to say that you are tax exempt. It's a letter that comes from the IRS, and it's going to tell you you're tax exempt. When you get that letter, that's your gold ticket, and you got to start utilizing the organization the way it should be utilized. I would tell you to volunteer with another organization, nonprofit that's been out there longer than yours, that's doing some of the same stuff, and work on the board. If you can sit on their board and actually put some work in, and then you'll know, okay, I see how we take these minutes, how we do Robert's rules, and everything else in between, how to raise money. There's a lot to a nonprofit, and everybody just kind of want to get it and don't really want to put the work in. I was going to meetings with that as well. So the nonprofit can really, really set you apart from a lot of different organizations, being that you can get grants and things like that and all these other companies. And it's coming up. The month of August, if you have a nonprofit, the month of August and September is huge as far as funding, because a lot of companies are looking at that bottom line. By the end of the year, they want to offload those expenses in the sense to, give funding to do their donations, their yearly donations, and you have to be in line. And if you don't have your 501c3 stamp with the IRS, they can't really write that stuff off. So it's always good to just go ahead and put the right paperwork in, because a lot of people don't put the right paperwork in. A lot of people just kind of, they just kind of go through it, not really knowing what to do. But, what I did, I went from Virginia all the way down to Atlanta to go get the right information from a lady who's really a monster in the industry. Been doing it over 18 years now. She's been doing federal grants. She's been doing nonprofits. She's been doing local, state. So I just went down and spent some time and got the right information to understand what I didn't know. So it's still stuff that I don't know. So that's why I sit on the board of a nonprofit. You can get stuff donated. And it really turned me on. One of my mentor, he has a nonprofit, and he has a construction company, and he got a 32-unit building donated. And I was in awe, and I was like, wow. And that's truly amazing to me. And he was like, you need to get you a nonprofit. So what did I do? I didn't ask him how to do it. I just figured it out. And that's what we have to do. We have to get up and figure it out. Go get the right information, and don't stop until you get it. Don't stop until you get it. So there's another thing out there. I'm giving y'all, these are like golden tickets. Right? These are nuggets, like chip off the old block. These are big nuggets that I'm throwing out there. Figure out where you are and what you need to do to go get it. The other thing is opportunity zones. So a lot of people don't even have a clue of what opportunity zones are. I'm going to step up one time and say opportunity fund. Somebody said, hey, I want to start an opportunity fund. I said, okay, but opportunity funds, the ones that I see, they have 100 million, 500 million, 3 billion in there. So it's no pump to say you got to start an opportunity fund. Now, opportunity zones, I say if you're in real estate, anybody that's in real estate, if you don't know what opportunity zones are, you need to get re-educated. You need to get online, start going to some of these, they be hosting meetings and everything like that in between. You need to get and become a part of it, become one with it, so you have a better understanding of what you have access to. There's tax incentives involved with it. It started in December 2017, and now it's starting to, like, it's a ball rolling downhill. There's a lot of money being sent to cities all across the country, and right now there's 87 opportunity zones, and they each fund a particular location across the country. And they'll say, well, I'll fund a HBCU, historically black college. They'll fund a multifamily unit. They'll fund a 55 and older facility. So they specifically say what they will fund, and it's a lot of money in there. And what happens is if they keep their money in there, the people who donated or put their money, not really donated, people who invested and put their money in there, they keep it in there for 10 years, that becomes tax-free. Tax-free money. So that's why they have so much money in these doggone opportunity funds. So these are, like I said, these are golden nuggets. The other thing is business credit. I still see this lady, she's 3.5 years in, still struggling to get business credit. I've told her I can help her, but, you can only help those that want help. And I'm not anybody to try to drag somebody to the finish line. That's not what I do. I have all the information because I've done it. So I'm showing people how to do it, but I'm not about to spend, 48 hours, 72 hours with you, and you kind of just have doing stuff. I don't have that kind of time. I'm still writing books and doing speaking engagements and doing real estate, closing on the deals, and I don't have that kind of time to waste my time. So with that being said, we need to look at business credit because that gives us funding. That gives us funding. It has nothing to do with your personal credit. It has nothing to do with your credit score. A lot of people get it twisted. They get the wrong information. So if business credit can actually help fund your business, it has to be built, though. You have to build it out. There's not going to be, you're not about to start this week, and then by the weekend you're going to have it. That's not true business credit. That's getting business credit from a bank. They probably have your Social Security number. Just telling you what I know, family. So it's about separating personal from business. A lot of us haven't done it. A lot of people still have everything in their name, their personal name, and that's just where it is. I'm gonna leave that alone. So another thing we have is real estate. So I know people who have houses in their name, and the only thing I say is, if you see all these people like the Warren Buffetts of the world, and they don't have houses in their name, why should we? We have to follow successful people. That's all we can do. Follow those people who are successful and keep doing it. So real estate to me is everything real estate, from land to government contracts to assisted living to cannabis. And I say that because I had people back in the day who was asking me about group homes, and I was finding them group homes, about assisted living places to live, and I was getting in those, and people in the cannabis world where I was getting land, and I was finding warehouses for them. And so all that is real estate. All of it. Like all of it is real estate. Helping homeless veterans, real estate, because we got to find somewhere for them to live. So I put that out to say, if you're in the real estate industry, we have to do better. We are uneducated when it really comes to doing real estate, because I see everybody fighting over scraps right now when they're doing residential deals. Everybody's trying to flip. Everybody's trying to wholesale. Everybody's trying to rehab. And I tell people straight up, separate yourself. So when I say that, what I mean is you got to step up and do bigger deals. As fast as you can get to the bigger deals, get there. Nobody wants to touch the $1 billion deals. They think the money has to come out of their own pocket. That's not the case. A lot of people think they have to graduate so they can start doing apartment complexes or hotels. That's not the case. It's not about graduating. It's about education. Not graduating, educate yourself on everything that you have. And so that's why I say real estate to me can get you out of any situation. I will tell it to you like this, from strengths. If you were to start today and started really, really getting in and start understanding, had mentors in the real estate industry, doing commercial deals, you can walk away from any job within a 3-year period. I'm going to say that one more time. If you started today and really dedicated yourself to doing real estate on a high level, where you had mentors and you went to an event and stuff like that, and you really started taking the information and running with it, and you got some people that can back you, that they take you serious because you going all out, within 3 years you can have your time back. Within 3 years you can have your time back. So it's not about the money, family. I think a lot of people get it mixed up. A lot of people are here chasing that dollar. Money is fluid. Money is liquid. You can't catch liquid. Now, you can try to contain it, but if that jar opens up, and obviously you can't contain it because money keeps moving. That's why they say it's liquid. It's liquidity. So you can't just think that, you're going to get this money and then it's going to be over. It's not even about that. It's about getting what you need to get so where you can have your freedom, so you can have your memories. That's how I look at life. Then you have assisted living. So right now there's over 10,000 people that are hitting the age of 65 years of age every single day. 10,000 people hitting the age of 65 years old every single day. Some of them are called baby boomers. They were born between the age of 1946 and 1964. And what they're doing is they're leaving their homes, and they want to get to their communities. They want to have a community where it's like, I don't want them kids around. And I'm of the same mindset. I don't want kids 21, 22 years old where I'm living at, playing loud music, having parties. That's not my life. If somebody wants to do that, the younger generation can do that. They can have their own area. But if you're 65 and older, 70, 80 years old, you don't want all that. You want to be, and 9 out of 10, they're not cutting no grass no more. Come on now. Who wants to do that? Some of them may get on the ride lawnmower, but that's not what they want to do. So they're getting out of houses and everything and making moves that way. And so with that being said, there's a lot of houses on the market. And if you have people that are in their, in the later years, a lot of them have homes that probably already paid off, and they're free and clear. And so you can look at those houses, and they can say, let's make a deal. They say, I want to get out of here. What can you do for me? And I'm only telling you from a position of strength because that's what's happening to me. They're calling up and saying, what do I do? I just want to get out of this house. And I'm like, well, let's see what we can do. Let's work it out. So that's one, added benefit of doing real estate as well. It's keeping your ears to the ground and keep working. And so from a nonprofit standpoint, I got to go back to this nonprofit thing. Well, I already talked about that. I'm going to let that one go. So the other thing I want to talk about is cannabis. There's so much bad information out there in cannabis because we don't really read the facts. And back in the day, the federal government messed it up, and it's been like a stigma over the word cannabis. Everybody who hears cannabis only thinks about marijuana, when that could be so, it couldn't be further from the truth. Cannabis doesn't mean marijuana. It doesn't. I'm just telling y'all, please look it up. You have a thing called hemp. Hemp makes shoes. Hemp makes paper, food, oil. And we missed out on the benefits of hemp. And because we labeled it as a drug when in fact it's not. Hemp is a part of cannabis though. So when you say cannabis, there's different sides of cannabis. One part can get you, the psychoanalytic part of it, and then one part is not. And so you have to look at Big Pharma back in the day. They're bringing us all these pills and stuff like that. And now we have studies that say, hey, this part of cannabis can help you out. And I'm not telling you to go try it. I'm telling you to go do research on it because there's research out there right now, studies being done to show the health benefits that are being found. And I just let people research it for themselves. Please, don't take my word for it. Research it for yourself, because the information is out there. So right now, cannabis is in the billions and, billions are being transferred, So it's like, do you want to be a part of that and take a look? And I have people like with serious religious beliefs, like, no, I can't mess with that cannabis. That's, God is like, they bringing God into it. And I'm like, hold on now. That's a plant. And you're looking at it from what everybody was told. What was told to us was it's bad. Cannabis was bad only because it's marijuana, and that is not the truth. Please get the truth. Please research it for yourself to get the 100% truth, because that's not the truth. So if churches were to see it for what it was, they might even jump in and look at it for what it really is and what it can really do. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna belabor that point. I wanted to give y'all something to see if anybody is paying attention. This is free game, y'all. This is free game. I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to talk about a thing called enhanced use lease. And I got this from my mentor anyway. But anyway, it's still interesting for those out there who may be doing construction, may have some schools out there they want to work on or build or something like that. So it's a method for funding, and it's used in construction. You can do renovations, and it's all about federal property. And what they do is they allow a private developer to lease the underutilized property. And really the rent is paid by the developer in the form of cash or what they call in-kind services. So what it boils down to is through this program, the VA, and that's, I'm just going to use it from a veterans assistance or military type style because, I'm a veteran. But the VA will lease out underutilized real estate under its jurisdiction or control to the private sector. And they rent it out for about 75 years for the purpose of developing supportive housing. And that's supportive housing for the homeless and at-risk veterans or their families. And through this program, it's like an innovative portfolio. It's a management tool. Veterans are provided with an expanded range of services that would not otherwise be available at other medical centers and stuff of that nature. So most of the direct services to the veterans are in the form of supportive housing. Some examples provided by the partners would be job training, financial management, assistance, free haircuts, community gardens, playgrounds, computer technology centers, laundry facilities, community meetings, socializing type rooms, fitness center, and just all of the above. Now, there are other programs out there that don't have to be with veterans, but I researched that because I'm a veteran. So, and that's the road that I'm traveling. So I'm doing my part for what I need to do. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to break that down one more time for y'all. I brought up cannabis and what it can do. I brought up assisted living, opportunity zones, opportunity funds, enhanced use lease program, real estate, the business credit side of things. So there's a lot of, in government contracts, there's a lot of content, a lot of information that we really need to sit down and say, okay, I need to get educated. And it's okay. You won't get the cliff notes on this, family. It don't work that way. You have to sit in these same boring meetings that I go to and get all this documentation. And people be like, dang, Charles, you know a lot. No, I just go to these meetings. It's not that I know a lot. I go to the meetings that I don't really want to go to. So somebody has to do it. But I can't do it all by myself. So I bring all the information and I throw it out there and say, hey, go research this. So it's out there for all of us. But a lot of people don't want to take the time to do it. And then we'll complain about things and we will not do what we need to do really to make it happen for us. So what I'm going to tell y'all is do what you must. I'm not going to belabor this because I have to do one thing. I have to really get up out of here. So what I'm going to say is I want to thank you, Ms. Kimmy, for allowing me to have this platform for Elation Radio, Elation everything, Elation the magazine, the start of everything. So I do want to say thank you, and I'm going to close this out real fast, but you can get me at Charles McCutchen or charlesmspeaks@yahoo.com or look online, just Charles McCutchen all over. Type it in, and you can find me on social media. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. I really, really, really got to close this out. So y'all take it easy. I'll see you next time. This is Charles' Corner. I'm your favorite entrepreneur.
Shout out D on the track, Paint Music Media. Shout out DJ Lee Productions, and I'm Al Care. But if you a game changer, got my head up, my grind on high, win, lose, and drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 I'm full court press, I pledge allegiance to the best. Ain't nothing left to give it that reverence that the Father gets. So every day I work the sweat, can get a flesh, another rest. They say go hard or go home. I say just do whatever's best. It's evident I'm blessed and I work like it. Fight like a Viking, fight like a lichen. The difference is I like it, so I shine like I'm lightning. So I'm going head to head with certain depth. Who you liking? Yeah. So it's time for coach to put me in. I'm strapping on my shoulder pads, lacing up my cleats, and then I'm gone with the wind. Like I'm gone in 60 seconds. You can't hold me, you can't check me. Check the memo, check the message running through. Like I'm baddest, I'm trucking whoever's standing in my way. Ain't no way you gon' stop me. You better off to let me in, cause I go hard, even though they say no way that I could win. Like I'm Brett Ford, I'ma ride this way, my head to the sky. My grind don't hide. Win, lose, the drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Yeah, I told you once before, my God came to change the game. Different outlook onto life, a different way to play the lane. Now my rush and yours is skyrocketing. Now I'm so insane. For the kingdom building, now my shot, it cannot be contained. So I'm gon' pray for change for myself and then what I can. I don't need no euros or no pesos or no money grams. Shout out to Wado, cause I know that he gon' play this fam. The FCA Sports Camp, game changer, summer jam. I don't need 100 grand to tell them that they need the lamb. It's heaven, it's just who I am. Al Kim, this where I stand. Man, I'm gon' play the fifth. It's so deep to turn it quick. It's like I'm out from the trap to turn around, get back in it. Never that's not insane. It's evident your book they chain. Like I'm Jack Johnson, the same year he changed his name. So I sacrifice my life for the cause, just to win. And if you a game changer, let me see you represent. My grind don't hide. Win, lose, the drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Now put me in, coach. 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 I'ma go hard.
I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard.
Cause I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game